Hi, my name is Davina, and I've always wanted to do a YouTube video, so I decided my first video would explain how I ended up in rehab. Okay, so it all started in May, and I was babysitting one night, and I got dizzy. So I just thought it was like, oh, whatever, okay. That was like a one-time thing. But it lasted for about a week and then it went away. So I was like, yay, I'm not dizzy anymore. So then the month of June came and it came back with a vengeance. Like, it was terrible. I couldn't walk straight. Like, I looked like a drunk person. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. And, like, I had trouble seeing out of my left eye. Like, there was a black dot on it. So, I thought, like, oh, I'll just get eye drops and everything will be okay. I got eye drops, and I took an eye test, and my school nurse was like, you know, your vision is fine, just give it some time. I'm like, oh, okay. And then it got to the point where I was sleeping a lot. Like, I got home at 2:45. I would sleep from 2:45 in the afternoon all the way to like 6 in the morning the next day without waking up. And I stopped eating, like, which is shocking because I love food. But the only time I would eat dinner is when my mom would wake me up to eat, but that was it. And I like stopped drinking liquids. Like, I just wasn't in the mood for drinking anything, water being one of those drinks. And I guess that's kind of why, like, how I got sick a little bit, because my mom was like, oh, like, you show symptoms of being dehydrated. I'm just like, whatever, I don't give a damn. Like, I'm not gonna drink anything. So I didn't eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a month, pretty much, because I was too busy either sleeping or I was just too lazy to cook. So my last academic week, my mom was at a friend's house, so I was at home by myself, so I didn't eat that or drink anything that whole week. And she would call and check up on me, but over the phone, I mean, I'm sure I sounded fine. And pretty much she would call and check up, and then I would just sleep all day. And I knew that there was like something wrong because I was dizzy, but I just kind of brushed it off. But I had trouble in gym class that last week, so I called my doctor for a week to fax over some damn papers, and she didn't, like, ever. But luckily, my teachers are cool, and they actually like me. Why, I don't know. But they, like, dismissed me from some stuff. And even though I was sleeping from, like, 2:45 to 6 the next morning, I literally started falling asleep in class. Like, okay, Davina, you clearly don't have enough time to sleep, I guess. But the next week, my mom dismissed me from school. She did not want me going to school. And I mean, okay, whatever, like, understandable. I was having trouble walking, like, in a straight line anyway, so I didn't care. Like, I didn't want to go to school. So, that last week, like, my mom pretty much just kind of took care of me, and I was still able to walk. Like, yay, okay, I can walk. And my mom, like, alright, me and my mom went to her friend's house on a Friday night. Okay? We came home. I slept. Okay? And I woke up on Sunday, and long story short, I had already been to the hospital twice. And long story short, I couldn't get up to, like, go take a bath. And I couldn't crawl there either. It was like, oh, this is fun. And then, like, I finally got there. I took my bath. Yay, I'm all clean. And I couldn't get back out. So my mom ended up calling the ambulance. Long story short, I got some clothes on. I got some clothes on, and I went to the hospital for the third time. And one of the ambulance ladies, like, it was a guy and a girl, but the lady, she was like, do you know what day it is? And I was like, Saturday, because Friday I went to my mom's friend's house with her, and then me thinking, okay, it's the next day, it's Saturday. Wrong. My mother let me sleep for 2 days. Like, seriously, who does that? Then she was like how she was checking to make sure I was breathing, so she just let me sleep. But you know what? That would have been nice to know, because I look like a jackass thinking it was Saturday. But, like, she literally let me sleep for 2 days. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks, Mom, I guess. But, yeah. So I went to the hospital, and then the hospital I went to sucks. Like, let's just get that out of the way. They were like, oh, well, we have her blood work, and we have her MRIs, and there's nothing wrong with her. So they sent me to another hospital. And when I got there, I was still tired. Shocking, I know. But I was still tired. And I was sleeping the whole time I was there, pretty much. Like, that first day. And then I was in one room, and then they switched me to another room, and then switched me to another room. Long story short, I had to get an IV because I was dehydrated, like, bad, like clearly, if you don't drink liquids for a month. I mean, come on, yeah. So they gave me an IV to, like, rehydrate me, and then after a while, I was like hydrated again, and they put me on, I don't know what it's called, okay? I just call it the steroid treatment. They put me on steroids, like, through an IV, and then after a while I had to have surgery in my neck. Probably can't see it, but pretty much I had catheters in my neck. And for those of you who don't know, because I sure as hell didn't know what they were just these giant, like, like tubes coming out, and I needed that because I was having another treatment done. It was called plasmapheresis, and pretty much it like gets rid of these antibodies, and then they like replace them with whatever. And so I had that done 5 times. 5 times. And then they put me on another treatment. It was called IVIG, and that was like the last treatment I had done at the hospital. And then I had to go to rehab for physical therapy, and that's where I am now. But I still have to go back to the other hospital for treatments. I had to be put back on steroids because they weaned me off of it too fast. So I started getting weaker, and then they put me back on it, and now they're weaning me off again, but they're weaning me off slower. And I'm actually going to be starting a new treatment soon. Hopefully it will help with my eye, because my eye is just terrible. Like, I can barely see out of it. And like, I can see generally. The only thing that's changed about my vision, like my left eye, is that I don't have a black spot anymore. It's like gray, but it changes colors depending on how much sunlight hits it. Because like my eyes are sensitive to sunlight now, yay me. And I can see in color now, because before I could only see in like black and white. So I mean, yeah. But I am doing much better than I was before. I can walk now. I have to use a walker, but I can walk without it. Slowly, but I can walk without it. And yeah, that's my whole summer experience, guys. Yay me. So to all of you who are complaining about, oh my gosh, my summer's so boring, at least you are at home and you are comfortable, because I pretty much spent my summer in the hospital, in rehab. And it's possible that I could be here like for the beginning of my school year. So yeah, that's fun. That is so much fun. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. If anyone's even watching, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will make another video next week if you guys want. And follow me in my social medias. The link is in the description box below. And later.